Welcome back. Welcome back to the broadcast. Welcome back to the Jomo Speaks Black Survival podcast. Thank you for all that you do for this channel. I certainly appreciate it. We have an upcoming film, microphone check. The film will be debuting next month, and I'm excited about it because it's all about hip-hop, it's all about music, it's all about us, it's all about our FBA culture. So I'm definitely excited about Microphone Check coming out in theaters next month. I remember seeing DJ Hollywood back in the day. He was one of the original pioneers of hip-hop. Seeing DJ Hollywood at the Apollo made music fun. Hip-hop was fun back then. When I decided to make this podcast about DJ Hollywood, I thought about how hip-hop has evolved, and not for the best. Actually, hip-hop has evolved into mumble rap and a whole bunch of stuff that I don't even recognize. So to set the record straight, we are going to highlight Mr. DJ Hollywood tonight on the podcast. All right, let's go. Let's get into it. DJ Hollywood, born Anthony Holloway in 1954, grew up in Harlem, New York City, a neighborhood that was a vibrant hub for African American culture, especially music and the arts. Harlem during the 1950s and 60s was alive with the sounds of jazz, soul, and gospel, all of which played an essential role in community life. Growing up in this culturally rich environment, Holloway was exposed to the powerful influence of music as a form of expression and community engagement. The details about his family are not widely documented, which is common with many early hip-hop figures whose personal histories might not have been as thoroughly recorded as their professional achievements. However, it's clear that the atmosphere of Harlem, with its strong emphasis on artistic expression and performance, shaped him from a young age. DJ Hollywood was influenced by a variety of musical genres and artists during his formative years. The sound of Harlem was eclectic and included soul and R&B, artists like James Brown, whose energetic performances and rhythms would become a foundational element in the development of funk, heavily influenced the rhythmic and engaging style that DJ Hollywood later brought to his performances. Jazz, the improvisational nature of jazz, particularly from figures like John Coltrane and Miles Davis, could be seen in the way DJ Hollywood would later improvise with his music and lyrics during shows. Funk and disco. The late 1960s and 1970s brought a wave of funk and disco genres that encouraged dance and interaction, key elements in DJ Hollywood's performances. Artists like George Clinton and bands like Chic played a significant role in shaping the beats and grooves that would permeate early hip-hop. Motown. The catchy hooks and polished performances of Motown artists also influenced his approach to crafting engaging musical performances that could captivate a crowd. In addition to these musical influences, DJ Hollywood was likely impacted by the sound systems and DJ culture that were part of New York City's landscape during his youth. His style was characterized by an ability to blend tracks seamlessly and energize a crowd, skills that were honed by observing and participating in the local music scene. These musical influences and his Harlem upbringing contributed to the DJ Hollywood becoming a pioneering figure in hip-hop, known for his ability to meld rhythmic beats with spoken words to create a dynamic new form of musical expression. DJ Hollywood began his career in the music industry in the mid-1970s. He initially gained attention as a DJ and MC at local parties and clubs in Harlem. Known for his energetic voice and charismatic presence, Hollywood quickly became a staple in the New York City nightlife scene. He was one of the early DJs to start rapping while playing records, a technique that would soon become a hallmark of hip-hop music. There are several key events that defined DJ Hollywood's early career. His performances at prestigious clubs. DJ Hollywood was a regular performer at some of Harlem's most famous venues, such as the Apollo Theater and the Hotel Diplomat. These venues were crucial for gaining visibility among a broader audience. Development of a unique style. He developed a style that was distinctively more melodic and used clear rhythmic speaking, somewhat different from the more staccato style of the other early rappers. His ability to engage the crowd with call and response routines set a standard for audience interaction. Collaborations and battles. His interactions and occasional battles with other hip-hop figures like DJ Kool Herc, Grandmaster Flash, and Curtis Blow helped to elevate his status and refine his performance skills. These interactions were crucial in shaping the competitive and collaborative nature of hip-hop. The timeline for major performances and contributions. So in the mid-1970s, DJ Hollywood starts his career by performing at block parties and small venues in Harlem. By the late 1970s, Hollywood becomes a fixture at larger clubs in Harlem, including the Apollo Theater, where his style attracts a larger following. In the early 80s, his reputation grows and he starts to influence other DJs and MCs. Hollywood's approach to blending music and rhymes influenced the broader development of the hip-hop genre. In the mid-1980s, as hip-hop begins to gain commercial success, Hollywood's style is evident in the work of other artists who enter the mainstream. While he himself does not achieve significant recording success, his influence is noted by those within the industry. By the late 1980s and beyond, DJ Hollywood continues to perform and occasionally participates in old school hip-hop reunions, maintaining his status as a respected pioneer in the industry. DJ Hollywood's contributions during these formative years of hip-hop were not only foundational in terms of musical style, but also in terms of the culture surrounding hip-hop. His performances helped establish the role of the MC, and not just a musical performer, but as a master of ceremonies, capable of controlling and energizing a crowd, a tradition that remains central to hip-hop music to this day. DJ Hollywood was instrumental in shaping early sound and performance style of hip-hop through several unique styles and techniques. Melodic rapping. Unlike the more percussive and aggressive rapping styles that would develop later, DJ Hollywood's rapping was melodic and smooth. He often used sing-song rhythms and patterns that made his rapping more accessible and engaging, particularly in a club setting. Extended rhymes. Hollywood was known for his ability to create extended rhymes that were both catchy and structured, a style that prefigured later developments in hip-hop music. His rhymes were designed to keep the party going, seamlessly integrating with the music to maintain the energy of the performance. His use of catchphrases and chants, where he popularized certain catchphrases and chants that became synonymous with hip-hop culture. These included repetitive hooks and choruses that not only made his performances memorable, but also encouraged crowd participation. The integration of disco and funk. DJ Hollywood skillfully integrated beats from popular disco and funk tracks into his performances. This not only differentiated his style from others, but also made his music more danceable, which was crucial for setting in which he performed. DJ Hollywood's approach to emceeing and crowd interaction was distinct in several ways. As his name suggests, DJ Hollywood truly embodied the role of a master of ceremonies. He viewed his role as not just playing music, but also entertaining and engaging the audience through every moment of his performance. He was a pioneer in using call and response techniques to involve the audience in his performances. The method, rooted in African musical traditions, involves a performer calling out a phrase and the audience responding, creating a dynamic interaction that enhances the communal feel of the event. Unlike some contemporaries who focus more heavily on the technical aspects of DJing or who deliver their rhymes with less direct interaction, Hollywood's style was intensely interactive. He uses charisma and vocal power to maintain high energy levels in the crowd, making each performance feel unique and tailored to the audience's mood and response. His transitions between tracks were very smooth and unnoticeable, maintaining the flow of the party without interrupting the dancing and enjoyment of the crowd. This technique set a standard for how DJs could keep an audience engaged throughout a night. DJ Hollywood's method significantly influenced the roles and expectations of MCs in hip-hop. His ability to connect with the audience and his innovative use of music and lyrics helped lay the groundwork for the future of MCing in hip-hop culture. His performances were not only about showcasing music, but also about creating an experience, marking him as a foundational figure in the development of the genre. DJ Hollywood had a significant influence on the local community in Harlem through his music and presence. His impact can be categorized in several key areas: cultural influence, youth engagement, economic impact, inspiration, and mentorship. DJ Hollywood helped to define the cultural landscape of Harlem in the late 1970s and early 80s by being at the forefront of the emerging hip-hop scene. His performances at local venues brought the community together and provided a platform for expressing the experiences and challenges of urban life. By engaging with the youth in Harlem, DJ Hollywood played a crucial role in giving them a voice and an outlet for their creativity. His music and style resonated with many young people, providing them with a sense of identity and belonging. His popularity helped local clubs and venues thrive, drawing crowds and increasing nightlife activity, which had economic benefits for the area. His events attracted visitors from other parts of New York City, boosting the local economy. As a prominent figure in the community, DJ Hollywood inspired many aspiring artists and DJs. His success demonstrated the potential of hip-hop as a viable, artistic, and professional path, encouraging others to pursue their interest in music and entertainment. DJ Hollywood is viewed as a pioneer who helped shape the sound and culture of early hip-hop. His innovations in MCing and crowd interaction are widely acknowledged as foundational to the development of the genre. Artists who came up during and after his era often expressed respect for his contributions and the groundwork he laid. Figures like Grandmaster Flash and Curtis Blow have recognized the influence of DJ Hollywood on their work in the broader evolution of hip-hop. His performance style, particularly his ability to engage and energize a crowd, set standards that many artists aspire to. This aspect of his legacy is frequently cited by other performers who recognize the importance of audience interaction in hip-hop. Despite his influence with the industry and among peers, some feel that DJ Hollywood has not received the mainstream recognition he deserves. This sentiment is often echoed in the discussions about the history of hip-hop, where his contributions are seen as crucial, yet somehow overshadowed by other figures who achieved greater commercial success. In summary, DJ Hollywood's impact on Harlem and his standing among other hip-hop artists and industry insiders reflect his significant role as a community figure and a pioneering artist in hip-hop. His legacy continues to influence the genre and those who study its history. One of the main challenges DJ Hollywood faced was the lack of formal recognition and documentation of his contributions. During the early years of hip-hop, the culture was largely underground and not widely covered by mainstream media. This led to a situation where much of his influence and early innovations were not adequately recorded or acknowledged outside of the immediate community. Unlike some of his contemporaries who transitioned into recording artists with commercially successful tracks, DJ Hollywood primarily remained a live performer. His style, heavily based on interaction and live engagement, didn't translate as readily into the recording industry, which became increasingly important as hip-hop grew. This limited his visibility and financial success compared to artists who made significant impacts through recorded music. As hip-hop began to evolve and incorporate new sounds and technologies, maintaining relevance became a challenge. The genre quickly moved from the disco and funk influences of the late 1970s to include electronic sounds and more complex production techniques in the 1980s, which shifted the musical landscape. Despite the rapid evolution of hip-hop, DJ Hollywood remained a respected figure by adapting his performances to include new trends and styles while maintaining his distinctive approach to emceeing and crowd interaction. He continued to engage deeply with his community in Harlem, which kept him grounded and connected to the roots of hip-hop culture. This not only bolstered his reputation within the community, but also ensured ongoing support for a base of fans who valued his contributions. Even as the industry changed, the foundational elements DJ Hollywood introduced, such as call and response, crowd hyping, and rhythmic, melodic emceeing, remained integral to hip-hop. By focusing on his strengths and continuing to perform, he maintained a presence in the scene. Engaging with younger artists and being open to collaboration helped him stay relevant. His willingness to share his knowledge and experience benefited both him and the next generation of hip-hop artists. DJ Hollywood's resilience in the face of industry shifts and his commitment to his craft helped him navigate the complexities of a rapidly growing and changing musical genre. His legacy, particularly in terms of performance style and community influence, continues to be celebrated in retrospectives and discussions about the origins and development of hip-hop culture. DJ Hollywood believed deeply in the power of music to unite and energize people. It is said that he would often remind other DJs and performers about the importance of reading the crowd and responding to their energy, emphasizing that the crowd is your thermometer. This philosophy underpinned his interactive performance style and his commitment to keeping the audience engaged throughout his sets. Anecdotes from fellow DJs and artists often paint DJ Hollywood as a mentor who was willing to share his knowledge and skills. He was known for offering advice and support to younger artists, showing a genuine interest in nurturing the next generation of talent. This reflects his understanding of the cultural and communal roots of hip-hop as more than just music, but as a movement that could provide opportunities and voice to the marginalized. Known for his distinctive style, DJ Hollywood had an interest in fashion that was evident in his choice of outfits during performances. His flair for dramatic and stylish attire helped set the stage for the integration of fashion into the hip-hop culture. Engaging his community through social activities was another interest. When attending community events or just being present in the neighborhood, he enjoyed connecting with people outside of the music scene, which helped him stay grounded and in touch with the community that supported him. Like many in his community, DJ Hollywood had an interest in sports, particularly basketball, which was a popular pastime in Harlem. This interest allowed him to interact with the youth and stay connected to the community's daily life. These personal stories and interests provide a more rounded picture of DJ Hollywood as not just a pioneering DJ and MC, but as a community figure who used his talents and influence to engage with and inspire those around him. His commitment to music, fashion, mentorship, and community interaction showcases the multifaceted nature of his contributions to the hip-hop culture and his community. DJ Hollywood has occasionally participated in performances and events that celebrate the history of hip-hop. These events often serve as reunions for pioneers of the genre and provide an opportunity for him to connect with both new and old fans. He has been involved in mentoring younger artists and occasionally speaking at events or panels discussing the history and evolution of hip-hop. His insight into the genre's early days are invaluable for educational initiatives and documentaries focusing on hip-hop's cultural impact. Continue his lifelong pattern, DJ Hollywood remains engaged in his community, participating in local events and initiatives to aim to uplift and inspire young people through music and arts. By participating in discussions and documentaries about the history of hip-hop, DJ Hollywood helps preserve the cultural memory of the genre's early days. His first-hand accounts and experiences provide essential insights that ensure the contributions of early pioneers are not forgotten. His role as a mentor to younger artists and DJs allow him to pass on the traditions and skills of old-school hip-hop, ensuring that the foundational elements of the genre are preserved and adapted by new generations. Through his continued presence and participation in community events, DJ Hollywood serves as a living example of how artists can positively influence and give back to their communities. He embodies the potential of music as a force for community building and personal development. DJ Hollywood's legacy is marked not only by his past achievements, but also by his ongoing efforts to influence and contribute to the world of music and his community. His enduring presence in the hip-hop community underscores his commitment to the genre and its cultural significance. Yeah, family, DJ Hollywood was one of the pioneers, one of the early pioneers of hip-hop. It was him, Eddie Chiba, Curtis Blow. Those are the early pioneers of hip-hop. You're going to see that all in the movie coming up next month, so I'm definitely excited. And Jomo salutes the early pioneers of hip-hop. And again, thank you for tuning in to the show. Definitely appreciate you. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, subscribe. And thank you once again. Appreciate your time, family. Have a blessed day. And I'm out. Peace.